Stress sucks. Now I want to talk about this. I'm not going to give you this big, long biology lesson, but I do want to address stress. Like everything on this channel is really, at the end of the day, conducive on you and me creating a greater sense of inner peace for more outer abundance. There, I said it. If I had to really sum up the goal here, you know, yeah, some of us want to manifest a new house or a soulmate, or some of us want to manifest a healthier body. Some of us want to manifest a lot of clients and make a lot of money. None of those things are wrong, but I want you to understand that they have a single theme. And the single theme is that in order to effectively follow the process and the procedure of the most effective method of manifestation requires that we start with inner peace. You can argue with me all day long till you're bluer than my shirt, but it's not going to matter. It is the absolute truth. Now, a lot of teachers, including myself, will talk about frequency and focus. Those are the two things that when someone says to me, like if I'm on a podcast and someone says, what's the secret to the manifestation? Because, remember, I study this from a scientific perspective. I have crystal woo-woo stuff, and I light candles and I burn sage, but I didn't used to do all that stuff until the science started proving, not on purpose, but the science started validating that all of these other methods that the spiritual gurus and the metaphysical teachers were doing all along. So I add that to my arsenal. But just understand, this is all from a scientific perspective, right? So with that said, I can say, yeah, having a high frequency and focusing on what you want are the two main keys. I'm not going to argue with anyone who tells me that when they say, no, the key to manifestation is high frequency. But you cannot have a high frequency if you have a body full of stress. And when you have a body full of stress, it means your amygdala is firing an all hands on deck, this is dangerous announcement. Your brain is in high beta, trying to figure out what the heck we should do. And cortisol and adrenaline are streaming throughout your body. What do you think in all that chaos you're going to create? And what you need to know, and what we all need to realize, is that we're always creating in the quantum field. Remember, 99.999% of everything is energy that's not yet formed. The things that are formed, my microphone, my water jug, my body, those are energetic waves that have collapsed into particles. So now they seem to be really solid matter. But we know at the end of the day that even matter, just because it's stable, it's here, I can knock on my desk, it's still, underneath it all, is 99.9% energy. So it's accurate to say that 0.1% particle is very damn convincing. And here's why we fall for it. I don't want to go off on a rabbit hole here, but I think it's really important that we note this. The reason we fall for that and we say, yeah, but this is really real, is because our human bodies have a spectrum of visibility, of audio, of tactile sensation, about this big, on a continuum this big. So what I see must be real. What I touch must be real. What I hear must be real. There are so many sounds and so many sights and so many feel things, textures that we don't even know, we don't even comprehend. But this is what feels real. Okay? So with that said, if we are constantly looking at our external environment and reacting to it with stress, we're not going to be able to create in the quantum. And before I went down that rabbit hole, the whole point of why I brought up the visibility is because when when all of these energetic waves that are in the quantum are always going to be probabilities of being collapsed into particles. Right now, they're just waves. And what causes them to become particles? And when I say particles, I don't necessarily mean something as solid as my mug, but what about situations and people and relationships and opportunities? Those are all created in the quantum. And then they come in and they come back to us, and it reflects our thinking. So we're always creating in the quantum. But if we are creating from a state of stress, from high beta brainwaves, cortisol in our system, not feeling in our heart, not feeling grounded, feeling chaotic, what do you think we're creating? More of what we created yesterday that we're griping about today. That's just the bottom line. So when I say, which I said at the very beginning, 5 minutes ago, that the whole goal of manifestation needs to start with a sense of inner peace. And stress is just the opposite of that. So yeah, you can say, I want to manifest this, so I need to have a high frequency. But you can't have a high frequency if you're full of chaotic frequency. That makes sense? Do you know that it's literally impossible for you to feel happy and sad at the same time? You can't feel happy and sad at the same time. Why? Because two different biological mechanisms are operating. We are so familiar, not familiar, I'll go one step further. We're so addicted to cortisol and, maybe even adrenaline, but cortisol for sure, because it's the stress hormone. It's the drama hormone. It's the who said what to what, because we get into the stress of it. And we don't think of it when we're gossiping. We don't think of that as being stressful, but it is stressful because it's causing us to go from a state of joy and bliss. And by the way, the hormones that would be, what is the new bliss molecule? Anidea, something like that. But it's a bliss molecule that makes us feel, it's from the cannabis receptor sites, which we all have. It doesn't mean we're all potheads, but we all have cannabis receptor sites. And it makes us just feel happy and joyful. And then we know the regular hormones like serotonin and dopamine, that we're excited, we're anticipating something. Oxytocin, we're bonding with someone. These are on the feel-good side of our biology. And our biology affects our psychology, which affects our electromagnetic field. And that's what connects with the quantum. So over here, we've got these happy hormones. We're like, yes, I feel good. Now I feel good, so I'm thinking good thoughts. Now I'm thinking good thoughts, so my heart is open. Now I'm thinking good thoughts, feeling open-hearted, basking in the biology, not to be unromantic, but basking in the biology of joy and gratitude. My electromagnetic field is becoming very stable and very strong and very far-reaching. It's becoming very magnetic for the images and the desires and the things that I want to create and manifest. And all of a sudden, those waves in the quantum field that I always point up here, but every dimension is here, right here. Okay, that's important to know. All of those waves suddenly start collapsing into particles, and particles as in new opportunities, new people, new things, new houses, new everything that I want, right? Now let's look at the flip side. I'm over here. I'm looking at my bank balance. I'm looking at how many clients I don't have. I'm mad about politics. I don't like what someone commented. Gosh, my last post got only 3 likes. And those were family members. I shrivel up. I feel my heart starts closing up. I feel like a victim. I feel like everyone in the world is against me. My brain starts putting out little warning signals. My body starts producing cortisol. I get hypervigilant. I feel contracted. The energy of all that, the biology of it all, makes me feel angry. Like I either want to fight or flight. I either want to run or fight, right? And now my electromagnetic field, my heart is closed. My brain waves are and my energetic field is shrinking. It's like putting on a raincoat. The other way, it's like this. Bring me the stuff that I love. This, it's like protect me from the stuff that I hate. But that's not what the waves in the quantum field hear. What the waves in the quantum field hear when you're this is bring me more of this stuff because I'm all squeezed in anyway. So give me more, give me more, give me more. And then what happens? Then we start to experience more opportunities that are not good. Things like getting fired, fender benders, poor health, all these things that we didn't want, that we didn't order, that we say we didn't order. But you know what? Your biology, your psychology, and your energetic field, they do not lie. I cannot tell you how many times a new client will come to me and they'll say, Tamara, I'm doing all the stuff in your books. I'm holding a high frequency. I'm meta-creating. I'm envisioning what I want. I'm focusing on it. I'm doing journaling every day. And I'm like, great. And then what are you doing with the other 16 hours of your waking day? How many times in 1 hour did you feel defeated? Did you get mad? Did you feel your body clench up? Did you complain? Did you gossip? Did you veg out on a Netflix series? That might not be bad. I love Love is Blind. But if we're doing that as a way to replace feeling, that heart's going to stay closed. Did we drink? Did we shop? Did we gamble? Again, not throwing shade at anybody and anybody's recreation. I'm just saying that if you are telling me you're doing all the things to manifest, are you missing the biggest point? And that is a sense of inner peace throughout your day. Not just when you're in a meditation session, not just when you sleep, throughout your day. And I bet you, and this is what I have some clients do, at least they tell me they do, and that is to set your phone alarm for every 60 minutes or so. If you're a real stress basket, like I used to be, every 30 minutes. But if you're just an average person, over 40 or 50, with a constricted nervous system like most of us have, set it for every hour. And ask yourself in the last hour, what did I do in the last hour? How many negative thoughts did I have? How many worried concerns did I have? How many reminiscing about a comment or an argument that happened before? How many times did I play victim? How many times did I get mad? Because it should be like not. I'm not saying it's bad if someone says something and you're like, oh. Get mad. Feel the anger. Let it pass through your body. Don't stuff it down. Don't hide it. Don't drink it away. Let it pass through you. Recognize, it's something I'll do another video on called Catch and Release. My brain. Too full of the bliss hormone. Just kidding. So you let the anger flow through you, and then you can think about it for a minute. That really made me mad. Did it make me mad? Or did the meaning I gave it make me mad? And is the meaning that I gave it even true? And even if it's true, was it worth sending my biology, my psychology, and my energy? I need a thing like innerology, our energy field. Was it worth it? Because that biology, that psychology, and that energetics, that I just literally switched it from vision to suck. That's what I just did. So I just want you to take ownership of it. I do myself, and it's not easy. But I'd rather feel that anger for 90 seconds, which is, science shows, an emotion as far as the biology goes, goes through us in about 90 seconds. And then we're back to homeostasis, whatever. We're back to balance. Unless we attach ourselves to it psychologically, and we get it stuck in our brain and we keep living on it and we join a Facebook group about it, that's a choice. So every time you make the choice to be in stress, you are saying to your vision, hold on, I'm going to be with you later. I've got to be worried about something right now. That makes sense? Stress sucks. And I did not even go into what it does to your body, how it corrodes and oxidizes your organs, how it causes heart attacks, heartaches, wars, divorces, car accidents. All diseases have a stress component. Like, it's not even debatable anymore, like 99.999%. And you can say, well, what about kids? The stress of the parents, right? It stresses, absolutely, even genetic things. There's a stress factor. Genetic things come from a line of stress. I mean, there's always a stress factor. Just know that. And don't blame yourself. Just understand that you can change it anytime. And understand that in the quantum world, you can go back. I will do a video on this sometime. I'm still learning about it and still practicing with it. I like to have evidence before I talk about things. But you can go back and you can change little things in the past, right? Some things are not within our hands, and maybe God doesn't want us to change them, but you can always make your suffering less. You can always make your suffering less. So suffer less, stress less, do what you need to do to stay aware and maintain that inner peace so that you can start collapsing waves in a crazy good way. Check on the links below. If you want to know more about me, read one of my books, or work with me. See you on the other side. Have a beautiful day.